All right. Hello and welcome, Night Nation, to another episode of Knights Table Media. We have Bailey Savage joining us today.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us today, Bailey. And Bailey is our 11th guest athlete interview to join the show. And really, we're here to give fans, friends, and family a closer look and behind the scenes look at the talented athletes at Southern Virginia. So, Bailey is a freshman from Rio Rancho, New Mexico, who plays on both the women's volleyball team and the women's beach volleyball team, which um, had their first matches postponed. So. Sad note there, but hopefully we'll get those back on the books. But Bailey, why don't you tell the viewers coming from New Mexico, kind of what the recruiting process was like and how you ended up at Southern Virginia?
Yeah, so actually, I had a really good family friend here who was on the men's team,
Mhm.
and their parents reached out and were kind of like, "Oh, Bailey, like you should check out this school." So I reached out to John and Debbie, which are the indoor coaches,
Yeah.
and I was like, "Hey, is there any way I could come on a visit?" I sent them some film, and then I think a week later I was out here, and I just loved it. I had a really good time on my visit, and yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, great. And it's I feel like that's a common response with the athletes once they get out there and check it out. Similar responses to loving the environment and the surrounding area and things of that nature. And so as your freshman year, kind of coming into semester two here, but what's been your favorite moment and memory during the course of your not finished freshman year, but so far?
Yeah. Um, so let's see. We did win conference for the indoor team, so that was really awesome. And then just I'm really excited for the beach season to start. And
Mhm.
then a really good memory has just been meeting some friends and some making some good memories. Yeah.
Right. Awesome. Love to hear it. And then as you kind of went through the journey yourself, but maybe talk to the potential, Southern Virginia Knights here in the future that are now seniors in high school or juniors or what have you that are interested in playing at, the next level, being a collegiate athlete. What's it like playing at Southern Virginia?
I really love it here. I think the environment is super good playing here. Everyone's so positive and good teammate toward each other. And I think just coming here, if you come on a visit, just be like put yourself out there, talk to others, and try and be positive in the best way that you can, and you're gonna receive that back.
Great, yeah, great advice. Well said. And then touched on kind of that same topic there, but as you're played your indoor season, now you're going to the beach season here. Has it
Mhm.
been what you expected? And kind of what were your initial thoughts before you played college volleyball?
Yeah, so right now with our beach season, it's been kind of crazy. Obviously, it's snowing outside right
Yeah.
now. So we've been inside. I think we've only had maybe two or three practices outside on the sand. We have
Okay.
our first tournament coming back. So that has been a trial, like not being able to practice in the sand, but
Right.
we're being positive. We've been playing inside, and we're just gonna keep working towards our goals and staying positive and hoping to get out on the sand.
Yeah, that's all you can do, right? Just do the best with what
Hmm.
you have. And kind of touching on the beach volleyball, kind of the indoor and the outdoor aspect for the
Hmm.
listeners and viewers here. But what's the difference regarding training and playing style for indoor versus outdoor?
Well, indoor you have six people on the court,
Mhm.
and beach you only have two. And
Okay.
it's only the beach court is not even that much smaller than an indoor court. So it's just kind of crazy. You have a lot of ground to cover.
Mhm.
There's a few different rules. Let's see. Yeah, that's basically it.
All right. And I'm assuming the sand and whatnot makes for a difficult terrain. So is there a
Yeah.
different way you train, in the off season with different workouts and things like that?
I feel like indoor we're really focused on speed and
Mm.
jumping and
Okay.
just like workout wise. And then in the sand, we're really focused on strength and conditioning training and
Mm.
just trying to keep our conditioning up because it's really hard to move in the sand
Right.
and just focusing on shots and placement of the ball.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Well, and I feel like that'd be in the sand rather. That's a lot of
Hmm.
stamina, strength. It's like resistance training the whole time in the
Yeah.
sand and weighing you down.
Hmm.
So, I can't imagine.
Yeah.
I'll stick to walking on the beach for now, not playing on it.
Yeah.
And as this is the first year of the beach volleyball team, correct? This is first season.
Yeah.
It's never been there. So
Yeah. We're super
I'm sure
excited.
that's exciting. Yeah. So talk to us
Hmm.
about that.
Yeah. So we're making history. I think it's really cool that we're the first group of, or the first team to ever be at Southern Virginia as a
Right.
beach team. And it's just pretty awesome to be there. Yeah.
Right. And it is, as you mentioned, making history. And so what are the kind of team expectations or team goals or kind of what's the expectation for this year?
Yeah, so I think honestly, I think just staying positive. This is a completely new year. We don't have a conference. We're just kind of playing anybody who wanted to play us. And so
Uh-huh.
we're just gonna go and give it our best and do our best to represent Southern Virginia.
Awesome. Yeah, looking forward to it and looking forward to the fun season there. And as specifically for you, this can be indoor, kind of related or outdoor, what have you, but it's kind of fan questions, obviously revolving around yourself. But
Okay.
before you go into the game, pump up music. What's our pregame routine? Pre-match routine, rather.
Oh, I think it kind of depends on the day, but might get some hate for this, but I really like country music. So
All right.
just before games, love just calming the nerves, you know?
Definitely. Are we Morgan
Hmm.
Wallen? Are we
Yep.
what's our go-to?
Yep.
Morgan
My
Wallen.
favorite song is More Than My Hometown by Morgan Wallen. That's a good one.
Okay. Shout out Mr. Wallen there. So
Yep.
good to hear. And then so we're listening to the country. Do we have a pregame meal? Are we superstitious at all before matches?
No, actually, I don't think I have very many superstitions. Mm-mm.
Okay. Just getting after it. Just that's perfect.
Yep.
That's kind of how I am. Just let make it happen. Let's let it work it out. And then
Hmm.
we've seen you're kind of, you're on, like I said, both teams, and you're trying to, obviously become the best version of yourself. But is there one brand or company that you would be interested in partnering with the NIL and things like that?
Oh, I don't know. That's a kind of cool question.
You,
Mm,
it's
obviously a huge one. Nike's pretty awesome. That'd
okay.
be pretty crazy, but
Uh-huh.
Lululemon,
All
always
right.
love Lululemon. Yeah.
All right, good to hear. I always like I just think it's interesting. Obviously, now the athletes can kind of create their own brands. I always like to see what
Hmm.
athletes are interested in and partnering and things like that. So good
Yeah.
to hear. Those would be some pretty awesome brands.
Yeah.
So shout out to Nike and Lululemon. Let's
Hmm.
get something going there. And then regarding your jersey number, is there a specific reason behind number 19, or is that just the jersey they handed out?
19, I've always worn that number. I played soccer growing up, and that
Uh-huh.
was always for club. And then
Okay.
so when I started volleyball, always 19 for club season. So I don't know, I just really like that number.
All right,
Yeah.
19's the number. Okay, I'd love to
Hmm.
hear it. And then
Yeah.
big time fan favorite question. Is you're going on a long road trip, 10, 12 hours with one of your teammates, and that teammate is in charge of the aux cord to listen to music for the road trip. Who is Baylee giving the aux cord to?
It'd have to be Brooklyn Madland.
Okay, Brooklyn
Hmm.
Madeline. I'm assuming
Yep.
she's a country fan, fellow country
Yep.
fan. Okay,
She's got a little bit of everything. It's always good. Yeah.
perfect. Good to hear. And then as we wrap up here, Baylee, we like to give the interviewees kind of the floor and let you close us out with any shout outs or what have you. So we'll let you take it from here, Baylee.
Yeah. I just want to just shout out my whole team. I'm so
Mhm.
grateful for all of them, both indoor and beach, and so thankful for my coaches and my parents for being my biggest supporters. And yeah, I'm just so thankful for all of them and so happy to be here.
Great, well said, and shout out to all those who've helped you along the way. It's great to hear. And this has been another episode of Knights Table Media. Today you met Baylee Savage, player on the indoor and outdoor volleyball team at Southern Virginia. And make sure to go follow her on the socials and follow her journey as she continues playing at Southern Virginia. And thanks again for joining us today, Baylee. We'll see you around,
Yeah, thank you so much.
of course.